Okay, hi, it's Debbie. I got a new video stand, so that's why you can see me. It's a mini tripod, but it's pretty fancy, and so I wanted to use that when I did my first HelloFresh dish. And what I'm going to be doing tonight is a part 2 of what I promised. I unboxed it last night, the whole HelloFresh, my 4 meals. And tonight what I'm going to be doing is the Tuscan sausage and pepper spaghetti. But what I first wanted to do is talk to you a little bit about, I'm just going to, sorry for the noise, about what I've discovered with HelloFresh. So, what I discovered is you go online and they're offering a special right now where you have $20 off the first 4 boxes. And when you sign up, the first 4 boxes, or any boxes that you order, 4 meals will come in them. And at least that's, well, so I got the classic. And you have like a vegan one, you have a gourmet one, and there's all different prices. But just to be in the basics, what you saw me unbox last night was the classic. It went for around $71, but I got it for around $51. Again, because it's $20 off the box, and any subsequent boxes totaling 4 now. So I have 3 left that I can get $20 off of. So not a bad deal. And so, but there's the 4 meals that I showed you, they're coming all at once in there. And all you pretty much need to do is put your credit card information in, and I put it in on the 9th of March, and I got it on, when did I show you that? Today's the 15th, it was the 14th. And so you can download the app. You cannot see the invoices on the app, but you can see next week's what's coming. You can skip a week. You can see again what's coming next week, and you can choose again what type of food you want, whether it's vegan, whether it's the basic classic, or I'm not sure what other one is there. And so that's what I discovered on there. Because I know I was pretty all over the place last night about, I didn't know what it was all about when I got the box last night. Okay, so with my new tripod, I'm going to turn this down. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, so okay, this doesn't want to seem to stay. Just bear with me while I figure this out here. I don't know how to, I thought I tightened it with this one here, but let me try to do this. Sorry about this, guys. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I obviously need to work the kinks out of this with this. Okay, boy oh boy. Alright, hopefully that'll stay. Okay, I'm just going to move all this stuff up. Okay. Alright, so here's all, if you saw the video from last night, okay, here's all the ingredients. Okay? So I think you can see all this now. I'm going to put this chair back. Oh, shoot. I don't know why this isn't. Okay. This isn't staying. But, okay, so here's all the ingredients again. Okay? I'm over here just for a minute. I'm getting my cutting board. Okay. Okay. So, you can't see the cutting board, can you? Okay. All right. Yeah, you can see part of the cutting board. All right, so what I wanted to show you was, here's the items that you'll need. Okay, there's the pan. You need a large pan. You need a skillet. So you need a skillet. This is an extra large skillet. You don't need an extra large skillet. I think a large skillet would do. And then you need a strainer. Okay. You need a tablespoon of olive oil. Then you need a pat of butter. Okay, these things don't come in the box. So you need the olive oil, the pat of butter, and what I just showed you with the pots and pans and the strainer. And then, of course, obviously the knife. Okay, and so here's the instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the instructions. So it tells me the prep is to bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I'm bringing the large pot of water to a boil, as it says in step 1. Okay, so we want to wash and dry all the produce. So that would be the pepper and the onion. So we're just going to wash and dry it. And of course I've washed my hands before I did this. And so step 2, let's see, core, de-seed, and thinly slice the bell pepper. Okay, so I have my nice chopping knife. And so I'm going to core, which what I do normally, I'm going to actually take a thinner knife to core it. Like so. So just cut right around that green core and pull it out. Okay. And when they say de-seed, what I do is I just cut right into it and slice it up, and then I'll take out the seeds as I'm slicing. Okay. This isn't really rocket science. And unless you've never cut a pepper before, which most people have, but if you haven't, you know, just follow. This is what you would do. You just want to make sure all the seeds are out. Now it does say in on this card a little asterisk on the bottom. Let's see, where was it? Where does it say that? It said somewhere on the bottom of it that, you know, it's a green pepper that's included, but it could be a yellow or an orange. So it's even that detailed. You know, you could get any different variety color of it, and any one of them will be delicious. But I personally am very excited that it's not a green one. I think it has more flavor and less. You know, the green peppers for me tend to give me indigestion, so I like the other ones. I like the yellow or the orange ones or the red ones. So you can get any one of those kinds in there. I don't think they're gonna let you pick it, unfortunately. So I just got lucky with this one, I think. Okay, so. All right, so it looks like they want you to thinly slice the pepper. So they want you to thinly slice it, because you can see it right in the picture what they want you to do. That's why I love the picture. So they can see you can see exactly how they want you to do it. So you just cut it into thinly sliced slices. Okay, let me get rid of the rest of those peppers. Push them over to the side. And it does say salted water, so I'm just going to throw some salt very quickly, maybe about a half a teaspoon into the water, and let it come to a boil. I'm walking away from my, I know I'm walking away from the camera. This is all, like my friend Susan Millard would say, it's all imperfections. And everything, you know, all imperfections with cooking here. This is the real deal. So, alright, so here I am chopping up the pepper. Easy breezy. Alright, so there's the pepper. Now what they want you to do is half peel and thinly slice the onion. Alright, so here I'm going to take off the skin. Okay, and what I normally do with the skin is I'll take off, you know, one end. I'll take the top off of one end, and it's usually in like 2 or 3 layers. This, like, the skin part right here. And you want to get it down that part. As I pull, you can see how much I'm taking off here, and some of this white part too. It's kind of tough. You can see it as you're pulling it off. You want to get it down so it's sort of thin and soft, and then you know that you have the skin all pulled off. And even, like this stuff right here. See, you know when you have all the skin off with this color, tan color, it's all off. Is it going to kill you to have some of this color on? If you forget to take some of it off? No. It's just going to be kind of hard to eat. Okay. Alright, so then I cut the other part off. Okay. And then again it said to half. Okay, I already peeled it. So half it and thinly slice it. So, look what I'm going to do. Is do it in rings, and then cut it through the rings. Oh boy. Oopsie. Okay. Hopefully that'll stay. Okay. So, hopefully I'm doing this thin enough. I'm going to try to cut these a little thinner. Now this piece right here, this is kind of hard. This is at the top. So I try to take out the middle part of this. But I came from a family that we grew up pretty poor. You know. So it's in me to try not to waste anything. Now, does that mean that people that didn't grow up poor, they don't waste anything? No. But I just think it's in me, and I was brought up that way. And, you know, I don't waste food. I try not to, so like leftovers, you know, when I see people throwing away food, you know, like the night that they ate it, they don't eat it the next night, it just, I cringe. I gotta put it in the fridge and save it for the next night. Okay. Alright, and then basically you want to just sort of try to separate, you know, the layers of the onions from each other a little bit. Get them as separated as you can. You don't have to get everything separated, every one of them separated, but just take them in your hands and just kind of take them through your fingers and move them through your fingers so they can kind of separate. Okay, and then there's the parsley, okay, which is right here. This is the parsley. So I'm going to open up this parsley, and what they say they want you to do is mince the parsley. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to move all this up on my cutting board, and I'm going to mince the parsley. And this is really a good knife to do this with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knife and I'm going to rock it. Okay? So, and I'm going to take one hand over the top part of the knife that's not sharp, and I'm going to rock it. And I'm going to take the other, you know, the one handle, the other hand on the not sharp blade, and I'm going to rock it. And I'm going to gather it all up together as it separates, you know, and then kind of cut in between it a little bit. Make sure that it's all cutting up. And bring it all together. And cut through it again. And that's my way of mincing. I like it a little bit bigger. Mincing to me means it's really tiny, but I like to have a little bit of leaf and not have it tiny. Now what I'm going to do is take some of these leaves out. I don't like the leaves. I'm sorry, the stems. I don't like the stems. I don't like eating the stems, so I'm going to take out as many as I can. But this is all you need. So they've measured everything for you. With all the complete measurements. Okay. So there's the parsley. Alright, so here's the veggies. And the spice. And these are all the veggies. Parsley, I guess you can call it a veggie. I'm not sure, but they're calling it a veggie. Okay, so I'm going to pause right now, and I'm going to move this over to the stove to cook the veggies. Let's see if we can pause this. I don't think that did it. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I'm starting to heat this pan up. The water has actually already boiled over here, so I took it off, and I'll put it back on to get it going to a boil again. But right now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cooking the veggies that I just chopped up. So I put the tablespoon of olive oil, in the skillet, but I think I'm going to need some more, so I'm going to put some of the spray which is canola oil, in the pan as well to coat it. Get it really good and coated. Okay, the other thing I did is there were 3 sausages that came with the HelloFresh package, and what I did is I took the skin off the 3 sausages and broke it up. So you have evenly distributed meat, just almost like hamburger meat throughout the dish, as opposed to 3 clunky sausages that would take longer to cook. This would be a little bit more evenly cooked, so you don't have to worry about parts of it might not be cooked as well as the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to take my wooden spoon, and I'm taking all of my veggies. I'm going to take these seeds off of here so they don't get in there. I'm still here, just taking those seeds off. And I'm putting all the veggies in there. And there's that familiar sound of onions sauteing. Get all those parsley flakes in there. Okay. I'm going to stir these around. And I figured out, I think, how to do the tripod. Tightened it so it won't fall over anymore. Okay. So, I'm going to put this over here. You might be wondering why I'm not putting this on the bigger burner. I'm having issues with the bigger burner. I just put it on low, and it lights right up to high temperature, and it turns the coil bright red on low, and it ends up burning the food. So that's why I have it on this one. And so what I'm probably, I have this almost one on high as well, but the coil is smaller, and I'm just going to watch it. Now the one thing they also had said in the card is to cook and put half the Tuscan heat spice. Now I think they had they're basing this on doing just for doing half the recipe, and I'm doing the whole recipe. So I'm going to put all of this in. There we go. I'm smelling some awesome smells here. The cayenne, the garlic, the rosemary, the sage. It smells really good. What I'm going to do, I think, is put some more of this canola spray on. It's kind of dry. That's why it's good to have, you know, with all of these, I think all of these boxes, to unbox them, make sure you have olive oil on hand. I ran out of the olive oil. I had like a tablespoon left, but I have this on hand, which is, it is canola, but it's still oil. And it's still, you know, it'll wet in the skillet. Okay, so I will be back once this is softened up more. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, well, I can show you here. I put the veggies in a bowl. I transferred them into a bowl as the recipe called for, and I put the sausage in the skillet, and I'm sauteing that up and cooking it evenly, and that's what the recipe called for. And I did coat the pan with the canola oil again before I did that. But you have to remember too as well, there is some fat in the sausage that's going to coat the pan as it's cooking. So that is cooking, and that'll take, it says the recipe takes about 5 minutes, and it's been cooking I think about, I don't know, 2.5. So it's about 2.5 minutes done. I mean, it's about 2.5 minutes till it's done. Looks like it's about right. It'll take about 5 minutes. All right. So while that's doing that, I'm going to take the water and I'm going to get this to a rapidly boil again. And it's going to not take too much time at all to do that. And I'm going to take the spaghetti that was included and cut the top off. And once that starts boiling, the recipe calls, or the instructions calls for to put that in the boiling water, which again is not rocket science. None of this really is. It's pretty easy to do this. I have to admit that when I cook, I'm very, I like to just go off on my own and be creative and do my own thing. So I feel a little constricted with this because I have to follow this. I really want to follow this to the letter and just see how it comes out, following it exactly to what the instructions are saying. So I feel a little bit like constricted, but I want to do it the way it says. So, all right. So this looks pretty well cooked. So I'm going to shut the heat off on this right now. And I'm going to wait for the water to boil on that. Alright, so the next thing for the recipe is to take the can of diced tomatoes and stir that into the sausage. See what else it says. Okay, it says to season with salt and pepper. I'm going to take my salt and my pepper. About 5 shakes of each. I guess that was about 10 of the salt. I'm not going to put a lot of the pepper in though because it seems like it's pretty good and spiced up with the Tuscan envelope there with all the garlic and rosemary and cayenne pepper. So, alright, so I'm cooking that. So that is done. And so they want me to put that to a boil. Let's see. Okay, and the water here is almost to a boil. So when this comes to a boil, they want to simmer it while pasta cooks. So This should be done in like a half a minute, and I'll put the pasta in there. And I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see, I got the pasta cooking. It's got about 7 more minutes left to cook in the water. I have a cover on the sausage, and I put the veggies back in with the sausage and the tomatoes, the diced tomatoes, because I want the peppers especially to get a little softer. They were still too hard, so I'm letting those cook a little bit more while this is cooking. And okay, I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So the recipe. Oh boy. Hold on just a second here. I think I lost one of my ingredients. I just found one of my ingredients. Okay, so saved. Okay, so all right. So in this pan, I have about 1.5 cups of the pasta water, which the recipe calls for to do. And with this is actually a broth concentrate. That little pack that was in the bag. So it has you putting this concentrate in the water, mixing it around. Okay. And let me just read what else it has to do. It says to, okay, I don't know, stir in 1 tablespoon butter. Okay. Alright, stir in the 1 tablespoon butter. And then I'm going to leave out, it says to put the Parmesan cheese in. Parmesan cheese is not good for me. I'm lactose intolerant, and it really doesn't do well by me. Okay. Okay, let's see. Transfer sauce to pot used to cook pasta. Add spaghetti. Oh, okay, I went ahead of myself. Okay, so this is me. All right, so I'm gonna turn this off right here. I think this is well cooked. Okay, so here is the butter, and the concentrated broth and the pasta water, about 1.25 cups. And it says to bring it to a boil, then lower heat and let simmer. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this to a boil. And I'm going to let it simmer. And then you're just basically going to let this reduce, it says. Just give it about it says about 3 or 4 minutes. And turn off the heat. So give it about 3 or 4 minutes. It's going to reduce a little bit. Okay, and I will be back. So I'm back, and here is the dish with the reduced chicken broth concentrate and the pasta water. So that was reduced, and I put that in with the spaghetti and the veggie sausage mixture. And now I'm just mixing this around. And the veggies are nice and soft. And I am going to see if I can plate excuse my arm. I don't know if I have the tongs that I'm looking for. Oh, I have these. These will do, I think. So, get some of that sausage, onion. You can see all those great, I don't know if you can see all the flecks of seasoning in there. It smells awesome. And as you can see, it makes quite a bit. So this is actually for 4 people. Or 2 if you have a big appetite, which I have a huge appetite. I haven't eaten all day. So, all right, and so this is really just for me. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I'm going to try to divide these up, these meals, and have them for a few days. And I'm going to come and bring you over here. See if we can do this. And see if I can. Okay, so you can get a look at it. You know what I'm going to do is, when I do this, I'll put this up here. Hopefully you can see me. And I'm just going to get some of this and just see how it tastes. It's kind of hot, but that's what you get when you just get it right off the skillet. Mmm. 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 The pepper. Oh, and the seasoning. Mmm. That's really good. Mmm. The sausage is really good. Get some of that pasta. Mmm. Wow. So, I would say A+ on this. This is really good. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little long, but I will see you on the next video. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.